Okay, I am here again. I don't have Shell yet. She's downloading the game, and then she has to do the tutorial, and then we'll go back. This is going to be one of those weird series that, like, I effectively either do a solo playthrough and then start over for co-op, or heck if I know how this is going to work out. Anyway. So I'm just going to play around solo for at least a while longer, while she gets set up. Because we've had a busy day. And then we'll get going. I don't think this is gonna have any trouble running on your laptop, Shell. This is a double A product through and through. A nice part about double A products is they're usually pretty low impact comparatively, at least as far as I'm concerned. Like, I've got it up on Ultra and it feels pretty good. Anyway, so I'm just gonna goof around until we get her in. I'd like to pick up as many guns as I can and associated other things. Okay, right. I was editing this yesterday, and I wanted to turn a couple of things down. One, gun sounds do not need to be as loud, because, like, they are punchy. I know people like to criticize me and say, like, your game sound effects are really low, but, like, as cool as gun sounds are, once you've heard them, like, once, you really have heard them, like, 30 freaking times. Oh, he survived that. I should probably upgrade my melee weapon soon. Because I'm probably going to need that. God, I love this revolver. It is satisfying. I want to see if I can get my hands on, well, I want to see if I can keep upgrading it. I hope there is some kind of permanent upgrade situation. There's an SMG in the main hub's basement. Oh, should go check that out then. You know what? We can go check that out now, actually. I was gonna go tootle around there, and then I got distracted. But yeah, we might as well go back. There is nothing that I need to get done soon. I don't know. I'm in no hurry. I'm having a good day. Mostly good day. My feet hurt. I've been trying to break in my old tennis shoes that I don't wear very often, so I can actually wear them to, like, PAX. The problem is they've got really high arches, and I do not. I have very flat feet. And so it hurts like hell, and it really sucks. And, ooh, is that a skill book? I'm gonna go get that skill book. I dig Wander's overcoat. I dig it too, but there's like a gun. Oh, my revolver handle is sticking through it, which looks kind of doofy. I wonder if you can regenerate dungeons by leaving and going somewhere else and then entering them again. Because if I could do that just to get a little bit of this extra iron, that'd be lovely.
Who's next?
Okay. I'm going to be kind of wasteful with my ammunition, at least for a little while. Let's see. Right. I was going back. I was not going further. Anyway, so what kind of game is this? Third-person shooter slash Souls-like? Kind of? It's really hard to describe, because it's not a looter shooter. It's... because a looter shooter, you'd be constantly finding new guns to just replace what you have. This absolutely takes the, this absolutely, like... takes the Souls-like formula where you have a bunch of, like, preset weapons. And they're doled out very infrequently. Let's see. So let's go back to... was it? Yeah, we want to go back to Ward 13 along the way. But so... it's... God, I don't even know how to describe it, because it is absolutely like a combination of, like, several different genres. And I actually love that quite a lot, because, like, you don't see games like this done particularly well ever. You know, it's almost always like just garbage nonsense. I wonder if this is like a repeatable source of scrap. Probably not. We'll have to see if these boxes regenerate every once in a while, because that was actually a decent amount of scrap just sitting around there. Am I just going to destroy everything?
Too chatty, but I think she'll settle in just fine. Folks are keeping the distance. She's got a otherworld feel about her. I reckon she's wiser than all of us put together. Safest of travels.
Let's see. Insert Dark Souls comparison here. Except for in this case, the Dark Souls comparison is valid. In a lot of games, it's like, it's the Dark Souls of puzzle games. And I'm like, what are you smoking? Don't. And stop. Okay, so this is down to the reactor. I don't think this is where we want to go. I'm not entirely sure where I want to... Okay, we want to go further down here, maybe? Let's see. But, like, saying the Dark Souls... Ooh, there's a lore book in here. If I can get in. Well, I have the key card. But, like, saying stuff like the Dark Souls of blank blank is facetious and stupid. But, like, if you were to call this the Dark Souls of third-person shooters, I'd say, well, it's the third-person shooter of Dark Souls. I don't really know, but it absolutely shares, like, too many commonalities not to make the comparison. I mean, we got a freaking Estus flask. Sure, it's called a Dragonheart, but still. Okay, Axom series. Oh, god damn it. I'm writing a book on my spare time, and I named a town Axom last night. And I thought it was off the top of my head, but apparently I just read this word yesterday and it just got stuck in my brain. Anyway. I just hate it when I'm like, yeah, that's a decent name. And it turns out I aped it from somewhere else. Anyway. Word 13, Command and Control Access Terminal. No unauthorized access. Electronic Mail. Security Protocol Update. From Commander Nathan Haskell to all subjects, Security Protocol Update. Due to recent events, we will be amending our security protocol to require an additional photo ID check upon entry to Ward 13. Entry will still require the use of personal security cards. However, an additional ID check will be performed upon entry to the ward. All security officers have been notified of the change, and the new protocol will take effect immediately. Huh. What about system diagnostic? I'm not really sure why that's there. Anyway, do we got anything interesting here? A lot of computers. Okay. Log? There's a lot of lore in here. You know what? I'm gonna leave this lore for a little bit from now. Why? Because I'm gonna be playing this with Shell, and she likes reading lore way more than I do. I like reading lore when it's like super relevant, but Shell likes reading lore always. Also, we got a fuse. So there's actually stuff to do in here. This isn't just like a little bit of loot. This is like actual important bits. Ish. Huh. A lot of dead people. You really think they would have cleared this out? Like, you totally could have busted this door down at some point. Maybe, probably. But yeah, there's a bunch of computers with lore in here. A lot of dead people. This ain't opening. There's some way to get in there. And this looks recent. I am confused. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What the hell? It's like a sphere just slagged out this entire... Huh. Okay, that's important. Oh, jump through the window? You know, I'm not used to doing that. In these games. Wow. You can just jump through the window. Yeah, I mean, I tried it earlier in the upper office and wouldn't let me do it, so whatever. He is back here. Nope, that's locked. So I gotta get a... Huh. This is really strange. I was not expecting to have an explorable area in this, like, basement complex. I figured this would just be kind of empty. Non-existent? And apparently that's false. Okay, so we had another lower level. Some computers around here that I should absolutely look at. I think I'll do that with Shell in tow. As opposed to doing it twice. Once with her, once without her. Part of it is also, reading out loud hurts my voice a little bit more. Oh, there's a dungeon entrance in here. Let's see, is Shell joining? Yeah, she's, let's see, fuse. There we go. She's currently downloading the game and research. And should be able to join me fairly soon. She's downloading the game, and then she's going to roll through the tutorial. And then I will probably end up joining her. I'm not entirely sure if, let's see, thermal control. I feel like I'm sequence breaking, but I totally am not. It's weird that there aren't any enemies here. And it's also weird that, like, this is maybe potentially an entirely big bonus zone. It's also like a creepy large facility. Alright, let's see. But yeah, so once she's done with the tutorial, she should be able to join me. And then we will do glorious cooperation. And I will teach her the magic of shooting tree things in the face. I wonder if there's a maximum to the amount of... Oh. Secret behind the huge-ass fan. You mean this one? Oh, yeah. I'm... Nope. Okay, so there's something back there. But I gotta figure out how to turn that off. Oh, go turn off the fuse thing. You know what? That makes total sense. Okay. Yeah, feel free to shout out locations of secrets. Because apparently there's quite a lot of them, and I'm not going to find all of them normally. So we got the Ward 13 Master Key, so we can get back into that one thing. There's also a knowledge tome on the other side of this, so we got to figure out how to get in there. These are cool. This is cool. This is actually the kind of stuff I was kind of hoping for in the random dungeons that I was going into earlier. Maybe they exist. Maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough. Okay, anything else in here? Because it looks like there's a door to go somewhere. Probably want to turn that computer back on. What the hell? That's absolutely an exit somewhere, but let's get this first. There we go. So, how many traits do I have? 3 trait points. I don't know what the other traits are. Hopefully there's a way to respec at some point, but I'm just going to keep putting my points into ability generation, at least for now. I don't take that much damage. Most of the things haven't, like, hurt me that bad. I'm not playing on a really stupidly high difficulty. And I don't think I will. I know there's, like, nightmare mode, but I think I've heard that just makes enemies a lot spongier. And so unless there's, like, a very direct reason to go play on a harder difficulty, I'm probably just going to play through this on normal with Shell and then be like, this was fun. But yeah, I want to be Team Medic, if I can be. This looks like a portal. Okay, so I can't interact with that. System lock enabled. So we need a key, and well, I guess let's go back up to that other door up above. And not only spongier, but the enemies 1-shot or 3-shot you. Yeah, that doesn't sound as fun for me. I'm sure that'll appeal to, you know, the more hardcore among us. But for me, I'm here to just, like, run around gunning things down and have funsies. I do appreciate that they have harder difficulties, though. It always bothers me a little bit when playing games, and it's just like, there's one difficulty setting, and it is screw you. And it's like, I mean, I guess. But, like, that's usually the point where I just check out and stop playing. At the same time, I hate it when they do stuff like Fury, and they're like, here's 2 difficulty settings. There's... Actually, I think there were a lot of difficulty settings. There was, like, kind of regular, which was damn hard. And then there was easy, which was straight up baby mode, and it was just like, there's no middle ground, and I like that middle ground. So far, this game feels like middle ground to me. Okay, so what do we've got a giant... Well, we got an SMG. And more bloodwort. Anything else to interact with in here? Yes, logbook. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh! Holy crap! That would have saved me so much trouble earlier. Pressing X to read? Anyway. Mark Klinger... Let's see. July 21st, 1967. An explosion in research knocked out the circuit breaker in the north wing. The ward is running on backup power, but the repair crews have been dispatched. Patients remain stable, no major incidents. Let's see, next day, main power is restored, but security camera 12 is offline. I sent Smith to check the cabling, and he reported the lines were fried. I filed a service ticket, blah blah blah, with maintenance. Next month, August 1st, I'm a little on edge. There's an incident with patient 3323, Clementine, last night. She was agitated, like she was having a bad dream. The doctors and nurses were scared. Something about PSK levels being way off the graph. It took 3 orderlies to pin her down. Can't say for sure, but I think I saw a microscope fly off the table and hit one of the orderlies square in the back of the head. No one threw it. The damn thing just shot off the table. The orderly is in the med lab. 27 stitches. Could have been worse. Much worse. August 13th, 1967. Dreamer 3323 was added again this evening. Started around midnight. The patient was moaning and crying in her sleep. It wasn't long before the crying turned into screaming. The medical crew rushed to the room. The orderlies could barely keep her down. Never seen anything like it. How does a 13-year-old child have enough strength to take on 3 full-grown men? Doctors were yelling at the nurses to sedate her, but the tranquilizer didn't take effect soon enough. They finally managed to strap on the restraints, but the patient thrashed around so much that she broke her right forearm. Broke her damn arm against the straps. Okay, well, now we've got the SMG. Question is, SMG is a sidearm. Well, let's take a look at it for a second. So, less damage than the repeater pistol, way higher ammo capacity. Range kind of sucks. That actually seems like it would be a good gun for shell, probably. You know, use sniper rifle for mainline, but if you get into a firefight, just go full ham with the SMG? Maybe not, I don't know. I might use it, but considering resource scarcity and my semi-reluctance against grinding, I think I'd rather just keep using my revolver, at least for the time being. I want to just keep going up. But yeah, it does seem like a good panic gun. I almost kind of wish you just had 3 gun slots, or 3 weapon slots, so you could have melee, or just like 3 different guns. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Let's see, do you have any more iron for me? Because I'm more or less desperate to buy iron, at least for now. Going back and being able to play through stuff with Shell's help means more grinding, which actually will be quite nice. So is there anything else that I want to work with? I don't remember if there's any other items in here. There's a lot of, like, sad-looking people.
The commander talked to me once. She's intimidating.
I appreciate the voice acting here. A lot of these NPCs don't actually sound half bad. I'll admit, I don't care what they have to say, because they don't have anything interesting to say, but I still appreciate it.
Hey, traveler.
Oh, this is where I came in through. Okay, well, let's go shoot stuff, because I've been wandering around for the past 20 minutes. And I might as well actually get going. See, watch out when re-rolling the campaign. It fudges the difficulty based on level. I'm not going to re-roll the campaign. I'm just going to continue with this. I'm just going to join her session, and that should do the trick. Hopefully. Okay, so she's on character creation. So, we can probably clear this dungeon and maybe a little bit of the next before she's ready to go. But yeah, I'm really digging this Magnum. And one thing I really appreciate about this game, and this might be subject to change. Oh, I really like that music. Let's see, we got anybody else? Is because of the weapon upgrade system, because of the weapon upgrade system, all weapons are viable. Maybe some are better than others. I mean, obviously I'm using the revolver over the repeater pistol, but I could totally see both being good in the right hands. And because you can upgrade them in a linear fashion, hopefully that means all weapons are going to scale based on that, if that makes sense. One thing I always hate about most looter shooters is like, hey, by the way, this weapon that you just got, it's going to be useful for about the next 3 levels, and then you're going to find some... Well, then all the enemies will have scaled up, and it's not going to be good anymore. And that always sucks a little bit for me. I prefer games where either the weapons never upgrade at all, only have, like, interesting side grade perks. Like, Doom's a good example. You know, all of the upgrades went into giving you extra, like, tools that you could use. I don't remember any of them just flat increasing damage. I love these little roly-poly guys. Ah! They're kind of fun to fight, because they just go down. Ah! They just go down when you start meleeing them. Most of the time. Is there another one? There is another one. Oh, that's okay. Let's see, so how's the world set up? Sequential levels? Or... Oh. We got a summoner. Ow. Oh wait, that's not a summoner. What the hell is that thing? I haven't seen this before. It looks like one of the summoners, but it got gross. Yeah, absolutely one of the summoners, but it got gross.
Ooh, that was rough.
I'm not used to the music being that punchy. It's usually pretty dang quiet. I might have to turn that down too. We'll see. Oh, might as well heal up while we're here. I love the fact that I have a healing spell. I love me some Dark Souls, but it's a little bit more focused on like preserving that Estus for as long as possible than sometimes I care to admit. Care to enjoy? I think I pissed them off. They'll be here soon. The hell? Oh.
And stay down.
It's a Rudy Tooty root monster. I mean, they all are, but still, it's a roly-poly. Sorry, that's a roly-poly root monster. That's cool.
Ooh, that was rough.
No, it wasn't. It was easy peas. Wasting my ammunition a little bit, but that's okay. Piss something off. Sup? It is satisfying. Let's see, does that say root pot? No, it says root rot. It's a debuff. Don't know what it does. I think it slows you down. Or maybe it costs you more stamina or something, or maybe it just hasn't stacked up. Hard to say. I hear it. I guess I sees it. Game has some angry trees. Yeah. I like it. Usually you just get, like, zombies or demons or whatever. In this case, we just got trees. And it's a nice aesthetic, comparatively. So I wonder if you ever played the Painkiller games. Nope. Never have. I heard good things about them, but they just came out before I was, like, I'm not gonna say before I was an avid gamer, but before I was an avid FPS fan. Kind of, sort of. Okay, random cough that makes you stagger. Actually terrible. I can imagine. That sounds like it sucks. Okay, I hear them over here. I love the fact that that guy actually just buffs his little minions. Like, that's That's a cool aspect. Wow, yeah, that absolutely, like...
Shit.
Ow. Ow, bad times. Okay. So far, so good. And we've got a heal. Oh, that was rough times, but that's fine. I almost got cornered. That could have killed me. I want to get some HP, some max HP at some point. Maybe. Conversion rate's terrible, but whatever. Yeah, this will be much easier with the second person to just pew things down. I don't know if it's probably going to give the enemies extra HP, but even then. That's going to be mostly manageable on everything except for the toughest of critters, probably. Probably should have reloaded this first. Actually, that might have been all of it. Cool. What do we have behind door number whatever the heck's back here? Not a thing. That's the one downside to procedural generation. You end up with a lot of, like, weird corners and, like, dead ends that just have nothing in it because the game just didn't feel like putting anything back there. It sucks a bit. Nope, that's just part of the environment. Okay, there's a shaman somewhere. Is there?
And stay down!
Oh! You can melee those suckers. Definitely... Okay, maybe not a shaman. Definitely not a shaman. I don't know.
Oh, it's over.
Not sure why some of those guys were beefed up there.
Bag's full.
That's okay. Hopefully at some point we get an upgrade to our ammo capacity. Maybe? That'd be a nice, like, trinket or something. Ammo making, finding, or buying. You just find ammo on enemies. You also get all of your ammo back every time you find a checkpoint. Which, for me, is, like, a huge plus, because more or less means I never run out of ammo. As long as you don't miss much, you pretty much will never have to worry about that, which is nice. I think this game exemplifies one of the things I really like about AA development. A monkey key. Huh. Did I seriously take falling damage from that? I think I might have. But, like, I really like AA games because they tend to be a little bit more, I'm going to say brave with their development. You know, they sometimes will do, like, more interesting and unique concepts that you might not see a AAA developer attempt. Ooh, there's goodies on the other side of that. Oh, monkey key, of course. Let's see. But, so in this case, I guess I'm gonna say this is a little bit like sink or swim, and maybe that's part of the reason why I like AA. Because, like, they try new things, and if they succeed, you know, super good for them, and if it doesn't, usually they try something else and move on. Assault rifle. Okay, I might have to try that instead of the shotgun. Because the shotgun's just a little too close to my revolver in style, but assault rifle? I don't know. Okay. Day 79. Food and water is going to run dry soon. I hate going out there for any reason, but if I don't try, we won't make it. I'll leave tonight while you're both sleeping. With any luck, I'll be back by morning. If I'm not, and you're reading this, know that I loved you both with everything inside of me. Dad. Well, that's bleak. Anyway, anything else for me to bust up inside here? Are there two people? Yeah, there are two people. Well, that is pretty bleak. Break this. It's wooden, but it didn't have anything in it. AA devs make money to make games. AAA devs make games to make money. And that's not an iron-bound thing. They're definitely, like, AA games that are absolutely just trying to get money and they're not actually good. And they're definitely AAA games that are definitely making the game for the sake of the game and hoping that they make enough that they can make the next one. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, both of those are great examples of, like, AAA games that were 100% good games made to be good games. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other immediately easy examples of, like, AA games that were really cool. Surge. Actually, I would say Lords of the Fallen and then the Surge 1 and now 2 are perfect examples of this kind of development. Where they're games that are... They might be derivative, but they're trying to succeed at something that...
Later.
That's kind of risky and iterating, and every iteration is better and better. And I kind of appreciate that, because there's, like, some actually, like, legitimate heart and soul in this. Even if it's janky, and has problems here and there. Surge isn't complete trash, though? I really like the Surge. The only problem with the Surge is that they really like, very tight corridors way too much, and it kind of sucks. But that's the only problem I have with it, mostly. Okay. Yeah, let's get the assault rifle. And do we level up the scrap hatchet, or do we buy... We could get the scrap sword. We could get the scrap hammer. I think I'm going to stick with the scrap hatchet for the time being. Okay, we still have a decent amount of money. Let's see. Upgrade armor? So at this point we're going to need forged iron to get anything. Well, that's good. That more or less means I can start screwing around if I wanted to. I guess let's go back to upgrade. Do we upgrade the sniper rifle next? So, gonna need more iron to use that, but that's okay. But yeah, I personally really enjoyed... I personally really enjoyed the Surge. Because it had its problems, but it was a legitimately good Souls-like with kind of a neat premise and some fun mechanics. And then Surge 2 was really fun, except for the boss. I didn't really care for him as much. But I think a lot of that was just like, I don't know, any number of things. Let's see, Founder's Hideout, Wailing. It's West Court and the church. Is it West Court that I want to go to? And yeah, I know I have skill points to spend. I like the skill system, but each skill point only nets you a very, very small bonus, so I'm not going to be particularly aggressive about spending them. This isn't like Path of Exile, where a skill point can, like, massively change your build. This is very much like, each gets me, like, a 5% bonus to a thing, and it's like, yeah, it's nice.
How's that? You bastard.
Assault rifle seems fun. I know we're gonna have a bunch of these guys. Kinda lurking around here somewhere? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see, is there a level cap? No idea. It seems pretty high. Because yeah, what level am I currently? I'm level 27. Technically, it's trait rank. Interesting thing is... Oops. Interesting thing with the trait cap. I hear it. It seemed like there was a sniper there, but I don't know. But yeah, while exploring the game, you also just like pick up random trait levels. Oh, this is the sucker that was sniping me.
Oh, it's over.
But yeah, because the effects of the trait ranks are pretty low. You know, I've been through this level chunk before. That's disappointing. Because yeah, I tried going up on this on the previous zone. This is why I like hand design stuff more. What the hell are you?
He's down! Come on!
Okay, I do enough damage. Oh, boy. We've got another one of these summoners. Not really giving me a whole lot of time to reload. I'm gonna get stabbed in the butt here. But that's okay. We are good.